All right, so this is going to be a little VR speed paint. We're giving you, this is a little sneak preview of what's to come in episode 2 of Baldur's Gate Descent Into Avernus, my series that I'm doing. We're shaping the face of this person. So we've got these two characters here. The big bucket knight guy I already made, and then he's got a female companion. They're both supposed to have the same build, and they're both partners in this cult that their characters will have to face later on. But I'm not going to get into too many spoilers. But this is just kind of a kind of behind the scenes on my workflow and how I make these things. Obviously, it's really sped up. It's about what, I think 700 times sped up. It could be a little bit hard to watch just because, you know, I can't really keep the camera stationary as my head is the camera. So you are literally seeing all the stuff that I'm looking at 7 times speed. Try and play around with the hair. I don't really know what I'm doing with the hair right now, but I want to get a little base there. So that's what I'm doing. Kind of build a base. And I've found with a lot of this art that I do, I really don't like characters when I start them, and I just have to keep slowly tweaking them until it looks decent to me. But I liked how this lady turned out in the end, but it took me a while to get over there. So I make one ear and then I flip it, so I can make it symmetrical on the other side. It saves me having to build an extra ear. So I definitely do that quite a bit, so that 1, it's symmetrical, and 2, it's just a lot faster. I would say I'm still relatively new to Quill. I've tried to do a lot of learning and see what works best in that medium, and I think I'm pretty competent now in it. But I haven't really done much art before getting into Quill and VR painting. So I'm very much an amateur artist. I have those primitive shapes that you saw me grab. I made a bunch of primitives earlier, so it's faster for me to just grab. Oh yeah, this time I copy their head and I put it over it. Kind of like a little helmet here. Not really a helmet, but like that chain, that chainmail hood that I have in the reference image over there. And now I'm just kind of molding the hood around the face. And yeah, one thing that was counterintuitive to me from when I first started using Quill is I use the grab tool actually a lot more, and it's kind of like I kind of shape it like almost like a clay, which I really didn't do a whole lot of at first, but as I experimented more and more with the medium, I found out that taking something and then slowly shaping it is a really, really good way to get what you want. I kind of just add those little triangles back there as kind of like shadows if someone were to look into her hood. They would see that dark area, and that's because like if I colored the back of her hood, it would show through on the other side. So I need just kind of something in there. I end up liking what I do with these hairs, just kind of a bunch of hair sticking out from under her hood. I couldn't really decide on a hairstyle that I liked for her, so that's why I gave her the chainmail hood, and then I just had a bunch of hair sticking out of there, and I think it worked really well. Actually, the one thing I did not like about the Bucket Knight was his body, and I end up copying it and reusing it for her. I mean, they're supposed to have similar builds, but I thought it was funny because, yeah, I did not like his body, but I end up reshaping it. You'll see I kind of reshape it, and I make it a little bit better because he has the initial guy has really bad posture. So I definitely kind of try and tweak that and give her a better posture. Yep. Kind of give her a belt right there. A lot of, okay, yeah, and we actually copy her body now, and we basically cut it in half, like kind of make the bottom half transparent, and then we kind of give her like the armor is kind of untucked, almost like a little skirt there. Give her the legs, just some simple legs. So much back and forth on the layers, just selecting layers, moving layers around. You see I'm constantly changing all the layers, changing transparency to the layers, grabbing, I copied the boots. Hopefully the boots won't be in any shot. They're just kind of there just so that they have boots. But I'm going to try and hopefully not get them in any of the shots, so I didn't really spend too much time on the boots. The gloves, the gloves and the hands I took from the knight over there. I actually really enjoyed what I did with the hands. I think it was one of my first time actually making hands that I didn't hate in Quill. Fill in some of the gaps. Need to work on her arm. Her arm was really janky, but we get it fixed up. Give her shield, which again I drew before, gave it to the guy, but that is her shield. She's going to be the one holding that shield. Try and fix her arm up a little bit. It's mostly going to be hidden by the shield, but I still want to kind of try and make it realistic. Import a new reference image to get her the mace that she wields. Definitely get it like a little bit too ambitious there. I make the top half very big. I'm gonna go back and change that a little bit. You'll see me do it a little bit later in the video. Yeah, I think I just removed the ball top completely. And this is the polygon view. You can see all the polygon count for all of the material I used. Now we're going in and giving her some eyes. And this is kind of like a cheap, easy way to do eyes. I go for a more full 3D eye later on with some of my guys. But that's about it. And we save, and here's the final product. You can see her in a future episode.